Have you ever noticed that the most powerful revenge isn't revenge at all? It's the absence of drama, the silence, the stillness of a woman who chose herself. This isn't about manipulation, it's about energy. And when a man who's emotionally avoidant loses a woman who stopped waiting, something unexpected happens. He starts to feel. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist not only persists, but will grow in size." And so, here are 5 ways you make an avoidant man regret losing you, not by playing games, but by standing still and letting him feel everything he once avoided. Withdraw with dignity, not resentment. At first, he doesn't notice. Avoidant men rarely do. He thinks you'll return like always because your pattern was predictable, understanding, forgiving, waiting. But this time, there's no argument, no "we need to talk," just presence, followed by absence, a quiet shift. And that silence, it doesn't scream, it whispers. At first, he calls it peace, then he realizes it's not. It's void, a void shaped exactly like you. And what he thought was freedom starts to ache. Stop explaining yourself. You used to send long messages trying to help him understand, trying to show him your heart. He rarely responded with depth. Now, there's no message, no essay, no emotional labor, just space. You let him sit with the consequences of his distance. You stopped giving him the emotional map to find you. And here's the paradox. Only when you stop explaining your worth does he start to question why he never saw it. Upgrade your energy, not your wardrobe. Yes, glow-ups are real, but not the kind he expects. This isn't about selfies or revenge bodies, it's about frequency. You read more, heal more, laugh louder, not because you're over it, but because you're under your own light again. You stop reacting and start radiating. He notices, not in the photo you posted, but in the way your energy no longer seeks his, and that disturbs him, because attention is replaceable. But energy? That's felt in the soul. Let his story unravel without you. He once thought he controlled the narrative, detached, distant, unbothered. But now the script is broken. You're no longer the woman who waits in emotional purgatory. You don't slam the door, you simply stop holding it open. And when he tells himself, "She'll be back," you don't correct him. Because time will. And when he reaches for the old version of you, he finds she's no longer there. That quiet evolution becomes his deepest regret. Live without needing to be understood. This is the final blow, not cruel, just final. You stop trying to be seen by someone who only looked when you begged. You stop hoping he'll come back changed. You stop needing closure. You become the woman whose peace no longer depends on his recognition. And in that moment, you shift from memory to mystery, no longer defined by his perception, but by your own rebirth. That's when the dreams start, the urges to reach out, the subtle tests, a like on your story, a message at midnight, a hey. You feel it, but you don't respond, not because you're cold, but because you're whole. Have you ever stopped waiting for someone to notice your worth? Stopped shrinking yourself in the hope that he'd finally see you? Stopped rehearsing conversations in your head, trying to say the perfect thing, hoping it might unlock something inside him? And in that stillness, in that quiet decision to no longer wait, did you finally see yourself? Not as someone overlooked, but as someone whole? If you have, I invite you to share your story in the comments, because you never know. Your words might be the exact light another woman needs to walk out of the same shadow you once stood in. Maybe she's still doubting herself. Maybe she's still checking her phone, still hoping he'll change, still blaming herself for the distance he created. Let your story remind her, she's not crazy, she's not too much, she's not unworthy. She's simply outgrown the space where she was never truly seen. Because when a woman chooses herself, not out of revenge, not to provoke, but out of deep reverence for her own spirit, something shifts. It's not the end of a love story, it's the beginning of her legend. Not the legend of the one who got away, but the one who walked away and never looked back, because her future was finally calling louder than her past. And if that woman is you, then you're not just healing. You're leading. You're becoming.